Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of the weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to our channel and share our channel with a couple of friends. We are trying to reach 500 subscribers, and every subscription helps us out with that goal. We really do appreciate it. To our continued subscribers and viewers, thank you once again for being a part of the channel and sharing this channel with a few of your colleagues. Today we have news regarding Scream 7, some casting news actually. Looks like we have somebody returning to the cast, and that is Mason Gooding. I think this is Cuba Gooding's son, not 100% sure, but I do think it's Cuba Gooding's son. He's back in Scream 7. Now, he's been in the last couple Scream movies. I believe he was in Scream 5 and Scream 6. It's funny, I tell a joke that he's like the new Dewey. I think in Scream 6 he got stabbed about 20 to 25 times, and he did live, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, he's back in the role in Scream 7, so let's read into it. Mason Gooding to return for Scream 7. Sources tell me that the actor will reprise his role as Chad Meeks Martin for the 7th installment of the horror franchise. Jasmine Savoy Brown, who plays Chad's sister, Mindy, has not officially signed on yet. News of Gooding's return comes after the film weathered production delays, creative overhauls, and cast shakeups. Back in March, Gooding addressed the hiccups. This is a quote from him. "If it could make money, I guarantee they're making it," he told me at that time. "It's all about keeping up with what feels like is the best movie for the fans. Scream doesn't exist without the people who enjoy it as much as they do. If people want it, they will certainly try their best to see it happen," end quote. Neve Campbell announced she was returning for Scream 7 after she skipped the 6th film due to a salary dispute. Along with Campbell's return, the film will mark Kevin Williamson's first time directing a Scream movie. Williamson wrote the script for the first Scream in 1996. He came on board as director for the latest installment after Christopher Landon exited the project. Courtney Cox has circled a return for Scream 7, but has still not officially signed to play Gail Weathers again yet. New cast members will include Isabel May as the daughter of Neve Campbell, Sidney Prescott, as well as McKenna Grace, Sam Reckner, and Asa German. Gooding stars opposite Olivia Holt in the upcoming horror film Heart Eyes for Screen Gems and Spyglass in February 7th. He can certainly be seen in Kyle Mooney's disaster comedy Y2K. Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega, who starred in the first 2 movies of the Scream reboot, are not returning for the 7th movie. Barrera was fired from Scream last year over social media post about Israel. I remember that, and I do think that was a misstep on Paramount's part. You can't really fire the main actress who is the center of the new Scream franchise at this point. She was doing a good job in the role, and the films were doing very well. You're having disputes with Neve Campbell as far as her salary for the film, and I mean, it makes sense. She was the main character in this Scream franchise until the studio opted for a soft reboot and brought in Melissa Barrera to be the main character and Jenna Ortega playing her sister. So not only do you lose the centerpiece with Melissa, but you also lose Jenna Ortega, who was a big draw for that film as well. And it just seems like Jenna Ortega has been more and more popular in these types of films. She's kind of being like typecasted, but I know Jenna Ortega was getting a lot of people to watch these films as well, and they were a great pairing for this new version of Scream that we've seen. The 2 versions that they were in, Scream 5 and Scream 6, were successful films, and I think the audience was accustomed to seeing them on the screen taking over for the older characters in Scream, and they accepted them, which is kind of hard to see with a lot of these older franchises. It's not something you really have happen that much. Usually the fan base rejects any type of new characters, or if the film goes into a different direction from where it was at, especially a Scream film. Scream's been around for obviously almost 30 years now, about 28 years. So I think they had struck gold with those 2, but they've lost them. So it's kind of like they're having to restart over again. And not only are they restarting over again, they're having to reach back to the old cast, who is basically aged out at this point. So I do think Paramount made a misstep there, but let's keep reading. Shortly after, it was reported that Ortega was no longer available due to her shooting schedule for Netflix's Wednesday. Scream 7 is slated to release in theaters on February 27th, 2026. Paramount Pictures will distribute the film, which Spyglass Media is producing. Scream is a long-running horror franchise which previously generated 4 feature films, including Scream from 1996, Scream 2 in 97, Scream 3 in 2000, and Scream 4 in 2011. Directed by the late Wes Craven, the franchise relaunched with the 5th installment, Scream, in 2022. The latest outing, Scream 6, released theatrically worldwide in March of 2023. I did watch that and enjoyed it, and that film currently holds the franchise record for highest domestic domestic box office gross, with more than $108 million previously held by the original Scream, and has taken in more than $169 million worldwide. Collectively, the Scream franchise has earned more than $900 million in worldwide box office receipts and has one of the most iconic villains and slasher killers in Ghostface. Awesome. But yes, man, Scream, long-running franchise. Like I said, I think they made a mistake getting rid of those two young ladies there, and Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega. Obviously, Jenna Ortega said there was some scheduling issues, but I do think deep down, Jenna Ortega would have came back to do Scream 7 if Melissa was still there. I think there's more to it than scheduling issues, but that was just off the surface. But yes, let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Are you a fan of the franchise? Did you watch Scream 5 or 6? How did you like Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera as the new cast members in Scream that they were trying to really propel into the future of the franchise? Let me know about that. And most importantly, let me know if you're excited for Scream 7, which is going to be hitting theaters in February of 2026. Please like this video, share this video with a couple of friends, tell them to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for notifications. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and you ring the bell for notifications so you can keep getting cool updates. From me, Neff, I'll definitely be passing on all the Scream information to you guys. I really do like Scream, but I'm very curious to see where the franchise goes from here. With all that being said, be safe. It's Neff signing off.